All right, boys and girls, today's lesson is lesson 1-4, the meaning of division. Well, to get started, this is something important to write in your notes. When you multiply, you take something multiplied by something equals something. But we don't just call them something. It's factor multiplied by a factor equals the product, which you all should know that. But when it comes to division, we have names for them too. If we have 15 divided by 3 equals 5, we have the dividend is the big number. The number dividing the big number is the divisor, divisor. And your answer you get is called a quotient. So this is something that you're going to need for 3rd and 4th grade. You're going to need to know that. The dividend is what you started with, what the biggest number was. The divisor is what is breaking apart the dividend. It's telling you how many groups it has to go into. And the quotient is how many will be in each of those groups. So if you went backwards on this, you could take the quotient, multiply it by the divisor, and then you get the dividend. And you could also take the dividend, divide it by the quotient to get the divisor. Okay, that's kind of the whole fact family, the whole math mountain thing there. So let's get right at it. Turn to page 23. It says explore division. So it says write an equation and solve the problem. I just kind of did this one off the side. Mark bought some bags of limes. There were 5 limes in each bag. He bought 15 limes altogether. How many bags did he buy? Well, let's see. Said he bought some bags with 5 in each equals 15. Okay? So remember, if we wanted to flip it to division, you could take that 15, divide it by something to get 5, or you could do 15, divide it by 5 to get something. So, excuse me, this is where you'll have to go think about your basic multiplication facts. Or you could do something like this, 15, and then you could break it into 5 boxes, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then spread out 15 equally within those 5 boxes to get your answer. But overall, your answer is going to be 3. Okay, so how many bags did he buy? He bought 3 bags. And you might be able to figure it out just from your basic multiplication facts. Number 2, there were 10 photographs on the wall of an art gallery. The photographs were in rows, with 5 photographs in each row. How many rows were there? Okay, well, we had some rows times 5 in each row equals 10 total photographs. So you might do the number we're looking for, or you could do an n, whatever you want to do, times 5 equals 10, or you could do 10 divided by 5 equals the number we're looking for. So hopefully at this point, you know that the missing number in the fact family here is 2. So there were 2 rows, because 2 rows had 5 in each row, and there were 10 photographs. These are a way you could have done them. These are the ways that I kind of showed you. You know that if you do the number of groups first, and then how many in each group next, and equals the product, that if you're going to division, you just take the product, which is the biggest, would be the biggest number. You divide it by how many groups there are, because that's the number you know, and then it gives you the last number you're missing. So here are ways to write division. They all mean 15 divided by 5 equals 3. So this is one we just used. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. You could do 15 with a slash before the 5 equals 3. You could say 15 over 5 like a fraction. That still means 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Or you could do something like this. 15 is getting divided by 5, and the quotient is 3. So the number you divide into is called the dividend. That's the bigger number. The number you divide by is called the divisor. That's the one that you're dividing the dividend, the bigger number, by. And then your answer is your quotient. So let's turn the page. This talks about equal shares drawings. I kind of did that last time. That's for if there's some that you don't quite know the answer to. If it's fact that you're struggling with, drawing an equal shares drawing can really help. So it says here, start with a total 15 because we heard the total on number 1. Excuse me. Because it talked about number 1. Mark bought some bags of limes. There were 5 limes in each bag. He bought 15 limes altogether. How many bags did he buy? So we know how many he bought altogether, and then we know one of our factors was 5. So you could just do your 15. And there are 5 in each, so we need 3 bags. Well, I gave the answer. You just go 5, 10, 15. And that tells you there's 3 bags. Okay, I probably shouldn't have drawn the bags first, but you should have went 5, 10, 15. And then you could put circles around them because that's representing, it's actually not representing anything, to be honest with you. So you could just be 5, 10, 15. I just put circles around it, I guess, to make it look nicer. The next one, we knew there were 10 because it said there were 10 photographs. And it was divided by 5. So you could just do 10, and then you would do 5, 10, 5, 10. So you'd have 2 groups of 5. That's another way to do division. So here's it says write an equation and solve the problem. At a bake sale, Louisa bought a lemon square for 35 cents. If she paid only using nickels, how many nickels did she use? So we could do something along the line of 35 cents divided by, if she paid only using nickels, you know nickels is worth 5 cents, that would equal how many nickels she had. So I will give that equation for you, but I'm not going to solve it because I'm going to write number 4 and 3 for you. I'll let you solve them yourself. Mr. Sue bought a sheet of 20 stamps. There were 5 stamps on each row. How many rows of stamps were there? So 20 divided by 5 equals, or on these you could do something like times 5 equals 35. Here you could go times 5 equals 20. However you want to do it. But I want you to solve these two real quickly. So pause it, solve them. Okay, well hopefully you came up with 7. So 7 nickels. And hopefully you came up with 4. So 4 rows. And if you need to go check your work, say, okay, 4 rows of 5, does that equal 20? 4 times 5 equal 20? Excuse me, yes, it does. All right, next page. Puzzle Penguin. Today I found the unknown number in this division equation by using a related multiplication. Is my calculation correct? 40 divided by 5 equals something. 9 times 5 equals 40. Okay, so they did the related multiplication, meaning, okay, I'm just going to do it, I'm going to work it out this way, and then on the reverse it should be the same answer. So if not, please correct my work and tell me what I did wrong. So I want you to do this. I'm not going to go over it with you, but I want you to pause it, spend about a minute or two, and just kind of fill in what he did wrong or right. And then once you're done, come down here because we're going to work on this just a little bit. And then I'm going to kind of send you on your own for the last few minutes to work on your own. All right, so hopefully you are done. You got finished that. So let's start with the bottom 6 through, I'm only doing about 6 through 10, and I'll let you do the rest on your own in the next page on your own. So 20 divided by 5, if you have to do equal share drawings, you would do 20, and it's easy with 5s because you do 20, you go 5, 10, 15, 20, and it tells you there are 4. So on the reverse side, something times 4, or something times 5 equals 20. That would be 4. Okay? These are related. They're all part of the family. They're the same 3 numbers in the family, and no matter how you work them out, division, multiplication, they should all be the same. Number 7, 10 divided by 5. So 10 divided by 5 equals what? Well, hopefully you just said 5, 10. So 5, 10. So 2 5s make 10. And then on the other side, the related multiplication is 2 times 5 equals 10. I'm only going to do one more, really. So 15 divided by 5, 5, 10, 15. So that equals 3, and 3 times 5 equals 15. So when the lesson's over with, I want you to go on and finish the rest of this page, and I want you to write an equation and solve the problems to these 7. And we're going to probably spend time on this in small group if you don't finish.